Here's something most people miss. FBI behavioral analysts say the most effective interrogators aren't the aggressive ones. They're the quiet ones who know exactly when to speak and when to let silence do the work. Silence isn't passive. In the right hands, it's a weapon. The most dangerous people in any room are rarely the loudest ones. There's a massive gap between how quiet men are perceived and what's actually happening beneath the surface. People mistake quietness for weakness. They assume you're shy, unsure, or easily influenced. They talk over you in meetings. They underestimate your capabilities. They think they can read you, control you, or dismiss you. What they don't realize is that while they're talking, you're analyzing. While they're performing, you're observing patterns. While they're revealing themselves, you're collecting data. The mistake isn't being quiet. The mistake is not understanding the strategic advantage that gives you. Because once you learn to weaponize observation, calculation, and selective speech, you stop being someone people overlook and become someone they can't quite figure out. And what people can't figure out, they respect or fear. Often both. These tricks work like magic. 1. Use strategic ambiguity. Never reveal everything you're thinking. Ever. When someone asks your opinion, give them 70% of your thoughts. Hold back the most important piece. Let them fill in the gaps with their assumptions. This does two things. First, people project their own biases onto your silence, often revealing more about themselves than they intended. Second, they stay slightly uncertain about where you stand, which keeps them engaged and careful around you. Ambiguity creates mystery. Mystery creates power. People can't manipulate what they can't fully understand. 2. Master the delayed response. When someone says something provocative, offensive, or designed to get a reaction, pause. Let 3 full seconds pass, then respond with complete calm. This breaks their script. They expected defensiveness, anger, or justification. Instead, you gave them nothing to push against. The pause communicates something more threatening than any comeback. You're not controlled by their words. You process. You choose your response. You're operating from a place of control while they're operating from emotion. That shift in power dynamic is immediate and unmistakable. 3. Observe their patterns, not their words. Most people listen to what's being said. You're going to watch what's being done. Notice who someone targets when they need validation. Track whose ideas they steal. Watch who they interrupt and who they defer to. See how they act when they think no one important is watching. Quiet observation over time gives you a psychological profile that people don't even have of themselves. You know their insecurities, their tactics, their pressure points. You don't need to use this information maliciously. Just knowing it shifts how you move. You can't be manipulated by patterns you've already mapped. 4. Control information flow. People love to share. They overshare, over-explain, and reveal far more than necessary. You wouldn't be doing that. Share information strategically and sparingly. Give people the minimum they need to know. When they ask personal questions, redirect with curiosity about them instead. This creates an information imbalance. They've shown you their hand. You haven't shown yours. In any negotiation, relationship, or power dynamic, the person with more information has more leverage. Plus, scarcity creates value. When you rarely share, people pay more attention when you do. 5. Leverage the power of selective visibility. Don't be consistently present. Disappear sometimes. Be deeply engaged in one meeting, then completely absent from the next social gathering. Respond immediately to one message, then go radio silent for days on another. This unpredictability prevents people from categorizing you. They can't put you in a box. They can't predict your behavior. They can't take your presence for granted. Unpredictability is unsettling, and people give more respect to those who unsettle them than those who comfort them. 6. Use surgical precision when you speak. Since you speak less, make every word count. When you finally do contribute, make it the comment that shifts the entire conversation, the insight no one else saw, the question that exposes the flaw in someone's argument, the observation that makes everyone rethink their position. This requires patience. You have to wait for the perfect moment rather than filling space. But when you consistently land these high-impact moments, people start waiting for you to speak. That anticipation is power. You've trained them to value your words by making those words undeniably valuable. Being quiet is only a disadvantage if you don't know how to use it. The loud ones reveal their strategies. The aggressive ones show their insecurities. The talkative ones give away their leverage. You do none of that. You observe, you calculate, you choose your moments, and when you move with precision. People will call this manipulative, but strategy isn't manipulation. It's understanding human psychology and refusing to play at a disadvantage just because society values extroversion. The world underestimates quiet men. Let them. Their underestimation is your advantage.